Wait, who says that bit?
Curves, comedy, and complicated conversations.
Hi, kings and queens, and everyone in between.
And everyone else out there in the cosmos.
Oh, we're just being daft already, as usual.
How are you guys? How are you doing? I don't know if I should have my sleeves up or down, but I think that looks cute. So I'm gonna do that. Wow! So today we bring to you new subjects to discuss.
Subjects.
Discuss.
Not like in school.
Discussions. Sexy discussions. So we've been watching a lot of Married at First Sight.
Don't do that voice.
Well, if you don't know what Married at First Sight is, you've been living under a rock.
Well, it's the Australian one we've been watching.
The Australian one. We've watched the other ones too. Well, some of them. Anyway.
It's like 1,000 episodes each
Yeah,
season.
there really is.
And it's so long, but so
addictive.
Yes.
Toxic.
Only toxic.
Basically, it is how it sounds. Experts match who they think is best, matched.
They match
For each other. Like a couple, and then they get married on the day, and then they have to do all these tasks.
To meet them on the day, yeah.
Yeah, they have to do all these tasks and spend time together, and then discuss it with the experts how it's going, and it gets all like drama.
What is the
and it's just like seeing how it all just. I think we like to predict what's going to happen as well. We like to think, oh, they're going to last. Oh, I feel like here's a piece of beep.
Plus, I also think we learn a lot from it as well,
Yeah.
on a positive note.
Things that we don't expect.
There is stuff that you learn in like what they call the commitment ceremonies, where they go and chat to the experts, each couple. Just like, do I like fly? And you can learn a lot about yourself and the things that they deal with.
And some of it is like looking at yourself in a mirror, like past relationships, when they're going through some of it, you're like,
I'm so glad I got away from that one.
why did I do that? Yeah, so
gosh.
it can be toxic, it can be inspiring, it can be helpful.
Yeah, I've noticed things about myself on there that I was like, oh, you'll see how you can change.
Yes.
You'll stay the same if you're the queen that I am.
Ignore my bra strap. Let's just pretend
They
it's a
look
whole
cute.
top
I like it.
thing going on, because I need support with these, pardon me, with these babies. Why do we always tend to boobs? Okay. Bloody hell. So they have this task on there where they have like 12 things and they have to rank them in order of importance. So me and Rachel took a screenshot on the TV.
A screenshot?
Well, it wasn't even a screenshot because I didn't.
You took a picture?
I took a picture of the screen. The TV screen.
It's technically a screenshot.
Well, yes. I took a technical
Shot
screenshot.
of the screen.
Shots. Of the screen. And then you have to rank them in order of importance. So we did them separate from each other. I know, because I was on the toilet while I did mine.
TMI.
And then we realised we're quite similar. In what
was
I'm really hot, so I'm like sweat blotting. It's called sweat blotting. It's like a thing that you do. Sweat blot. Sweat
You are a
blot.
sweat blot.
Sweat blotting. You only block sweat. So who should go first?
We could kind of discuss it together and go through them. What do you think?
So my number one. Oh, I'll read them all out. The options, then I'll tell you where we put them. So I'll just read them randomly so you don't hear my order first. Healthy lifestyle, good job, good looks, physical fitness, has money, owns property, good in bed, wants children, good conversation, family orientated, financial stability, blah blah blah. So we're going to tell you our order of all these things ranked in importance. Like, what's number one?
Family oriented.
Family oriented, yeah. I put that as. Let us know in the comments whether it's family orientated or oriented.
Yeah, what is it?
I think it's oriented because orientation reminds me of
I think I just
geography.
always automatically say that.
But family oriented.
I'm not going to speak, so goes without saying.
Yeah, because
Family is important to us.
yeah, pretty much.
And we have kids
I want a
also.
family. I want a husband and kids, and it to be a family unit, and just family and friends person in general. Important.
Yeah, we're social beings.
Yeah, social queens.
It'd be nice if they get along with their family, then we can merge.
Merge.
Blended.
We are blending.
Blended. Okay.
I put second, good conversation, as in, but I mean, not like just a banner. I mean, like,
Well, that's important.
I put it in under the umbrella of like them to have the same kind of way of thinking, deep thoughts, and we can talk deeply about stuff. I've had a lot of issues with past relationships where I cannot open up and talk to the person. They say you're too emotional, or they can't deal with this right now, or they don't want to talk, and that's such a big thing to me as a very emotional person. I need to be able to speak about my emotions and my thoughts and be, what's that word?
And get that reciprocated to you as well.
And be affirmed in that. So that,
reassured.
So what I mean, like, deep conversations is what I mean there. Like, conversation is a massive, important thing to me as someone who's been talked at, talked down to, ignored. It's very important.
I agree with that, but for me it's also that you can talk on different levels. So you can have the banter and the fun, but you can also have the deeper, like you say, the deeper conversations. I just like to get an idea of their mindset and that you both connect.
It's a shame that, like, laughter wasn't on this, because it's quite...
Yeah, that's important.
high up.
Oh,
I'll put
humour.
that in there,
Yeah.
I think that's quite high up there.
So mine was once children was my second.
That's my third one.
The reason being is I would have more kids. I'm open to that. I do have 2 of my own already. But talking about my 2, it's like they would be accepting of them as well. So in a sense, if you want children, you're accepting of my kids being part of me.
Yeah.
As well as also, possibly kids in the future.
Yeah,
That's
I put
my reason.
children as third, because I thought for us to even get to that, we have to have that deep conversation part, foundation first. And
Fair
then
enough.
I'll be like, babes, I've got a kid.
And
Do you want
now,
some more?
let's have some more.
So yeah.
My nose is really tickling one
I
time.
think you guys won't be surprised by this, but quite a lot of people put this one far down. Good in bed is quite high up there for us. That's quite high up out of 12 things, number 4.
Mine's number 5 for good in bed.
Because it's quite important to us as sexual beings. Like, I can't stress like that. Like,
The intimacy and just like...
It's not about the size of the love. It's what you do with that love.
She's lying, but okay.
How you... No, I've had people that were
I know that.
were smaller in love, but they did better things with their love.
I agree. And plus, just having that
The effort also.
compatibility there as well,
There's
sexual
people
compatibility.
as well who don't want to put the effort in.
Yeah, selfish lovers.
Yeah. And that's even people
It's a
with
big
big love.
turn off. I like big turn off. I like big love.
Well,
So mine was number 4, good conversation, because same reasons like I just explained, and then 5, good in bed. So yeah, close.
my next one was financial stability, because as much as we want to say money isn't important and it's not about chasing or following a man with money, that's not what I'm talking
having
about.
loads of money, like a sugar
One of my
daddy.
serious relationships, he was just always borrowing money, losing it, getting into trouble with it. So that's more what I'm talking about, because I'm already struggling as a single parent. I don't want someone else bringing more struggle to me. So I'm not talking about someone that's rich, I'm talking about someone that's stable. There's a difference.
Yeah, so my financial stability was number 3, so that was kind of up there
It
as
is
well.
important,
In the
especially
same
when you
way,
have
Lizzy
kids
said.
and you want a family.
Yeah.
You don't want them getting
Just to be
trouble
stable with money,
all
like
the
they're,
time.
like they're not getting in loads of debt and they're not
Gambling.
gambling and spending it on stupid things, whatever.
Especially if we're going to bring kids into the mix, like,
or even just including our own that we would have. Yes, so I agree.
stability,
Same
different.
there.
And,
Not rich man, not after money like that.
stability.
Just being stable and sensible, probably better than me because I'm not that
Sensible,
sensible. But I have
You
food
are.
on the table, the house is clean and
Yeah,
looked after, the kids are fed and dressed well. So yeah.
you are sensible.
Yeah, and they just like
You
spend.
make some impulsive decisions,
Yeah.
but overall, 90%, you are financially stable.
Cute.
I know it's going to the right things. You prioritise bills, food, rent,
That's true, okay, fine.
and then a small bit of impulsive, but because of ADHD, you focus on the small bit that you do wrong.
Hello.
When you
Sorry,
think
but
that
yeah, thank
ruins
you
the
for
rest of it.
reassuring me there. Validating my beautiful, stable life. So what have you got number 6? Are we up to?
I've put healthy lifestyle, meaning all-encompassing. Like, I've involved like drugs and alcohol in there as well. Not as in you can't ever smoke or drink.
Yeah.
But if that's your number one, thing that you do every day, all day, It's not very healthy for you or the people around you. So,
for your mental and physical health.
Yeah, and if you're just eating junk food all the time as well, it's not good for your overall health going forwards, and you're not going to last as long as you would if you're looking after yourself.
And you want to be with your partner, hopefully, for a very long time, so you want them to be healthy.
We like healthy food and junk food, so I think a balance, you know, and having, don't need to be exercising all the time, but I mean, someone who just sits on the sofa all the time is not for me either. Balance.
So mine was sense of style for number 6.
I think that's my 7. Yeah, sense of style, because we agreed.
Good looks is next.
Put sense of style above good looks, because if you've got a pretty face but you dress a little bit weird. Basically, a sense of style is part of your personality, and it, with confidence, it's going to change how someone sees you.
Even for me, when I've started to wear different things over the years that I never used to wear, with your help and like support, sort of encouragement, and now I just feel so much more confident. I'm not even saying it makes me look better in that sense, like a big-headed way, but like it shows in the way I go, like what's the word? Present myself and stuff.
Yeah, but it also shows about like a lot about your personality before you open your mouth. Basically, what you wear, I think it says a lot about you. Like if you're quirky, if you're very straight-laced, if you're very nerdy and preppy.
And like we say, for good looks, it can enhance someone's looks by dressing a certain way, like as a good sense of style. Hence what part of the list was about.
I like what it says about someone's personality.
Yeah.
Personality, that is from a Saturday Night Live thing, just so you don't correct me there, not you.
No, I know. Healthy lifestyle came in for me at 8. All the same reasons Lizzy said, so I won't go through all that again.
Yeah.
Just nice balance, someone who's not crazy and doing loads of reckless stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I put after sense of style, good looks. So that's
same with me.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So that's quite far now, really, out of 12. It's still important to me, like you want to be attracted to someone, but
you can build more of an attraction as well, though, sometimes.
You can be more attracted to someone by what you know about them.
Yeah, exactly.
And by all these other things being in place first. Especially conversation for me, I've realised a lot.
Yeah, conversation is definitely high. It's really hard. Like, it's way harder than you think to put these in order.
Yeah.
To put them the way you want. Because, like, they're all very important. And, yes, we're going lower. So, like, lower down the list means they're lesser important. But they all still mean a lot to us. You know, like, the list itself. And how we're describing them. So mine was next thing was a good job.
Same.
So it goes in kind of hand in hand with the stability, done it again really. So we get that.
Yeah. With me and a guy with jobs.
And someone who's happy with what they're doing for me as well.
Thank you.
Oh, was you sorry I didn't mean to.
No, don't be silly, I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
I'd want them to be happy, because if they're always complaining, which is fine for a period of time, but if it's all, it just get a bit draining. You want to know they're happy as well, just because you love them.
I think it's really important to be happy with what you do as well. Like us doing this podcast, it brings me a lot of joy, and it's something we're working on. And I think it's so important in life to do what you enjoy, whether it's to do with working or socialising, events, whatever you're doing. So yeah, for me,
very important for mental health.
Yeah.
Beep.
Your next one, number 10.
I put physical fitness.
Same.
If I'm with somebody that's a lot more into fitness, I'll probably get more into it myself, because I used to run growing up, and I used to love PE, and then I got unwell with CFS, and I stopped being able to go to the gym. Like, I wasn't a gym freak, like, but I did like going, and it is good for your mental health. But with chronic fatigue syndrome, I've not been able to go as much. Plus, I'm also very motivated by other people when it comes to the gym.
Yeah.
So if I have a partner, even a friend that goes, I'm like, I'll go with you. And it kind of helps. Accountability partner, that's what you call it. Like, it helps me
like
with
a body
the
double
gym.
to kind of encourage you to do what you want to do.
But with chronic fatigue, I can't be doing it like all the time.
Yeah, the reason physical fitness is lower down for me is kind of because I don't want to be, what's the word, sort of a hypocrite. Because I struggle a lot with it because of my condition, fibromyalgia. Exercise can actually make my condition worse in like most exercises, unless it's very, very gentle. And even then it can just be a bad day. Anyway, so I don't want to be obsessive over a partner being really into physical fitness where it's not something I can hold up so high in such high regard for myself. As much as it'd be nice, it's nice to keep busy and active when you can. I also have to just be aware of what I can and cannot do. And it's just what it is, so...
It is what it is.
I don't want to be a hypocrite, basically. Well, yeah, if they're into fitness, it's not an issue. It's just not high on my list.
Next,
Has money.
Has money. Yeah, it's number 11 out of 12.
Because it really is not our goal to find somebody who's just rich and we're not materialistic at all.
Yeah, like we said, financial stability is a completely different thing. And up there.
Yeah, it's higher up for that reason, yeah.
Somebody who comes from money, has money, don't care. If that's a byproduct, that's just who they are, fine. But it's
you
not
can give me a little gift.
It's not a driving factor.
Definitely not, yeah.
And then last, owns property.
Same for me as well, yeah.
Not much into that. As people, I think, as well, who haven't been very well and been single parents, it's just not a priority to be thinking about properties and what we can do next. And it's not to say that other people who have kids and are single parents don't get on the property ladder and start doing wise. It's just not a passion of mine.
Yeah, it's not something that's majorly important out of everything on that list. It's
to other people.
Literally. Yeah, no offence to else.
That's cool, but it's just not something in me that's like...
We'd love to hear your list ideas. We could always put it in the notes and you could comment what yours would be. Yeah. Or like just give us some comments on what you think of our answers as well.
Plus, to you landlords out there, I don't know how you do it, because like owning your own property and renting out of it, so many things, so many stressful things.
Jesus, yeah.
Like on both sides, it's too much for me. So to own my own property one day as an older person would be great, but it's not like, wow.
Where do we want to live when we're older?
Either a cottage. A cottage or on a canal boat. Or have both, like...
Well, yes, because why not?
You know. But then again, we might get older and be like really like quirky in a fancy apartment building, and you just don't know. With Sue, we think
it's something I've always wanted.
Yeah.
Well, so far anyway, a cottage, yeah. But we'll see. It might change.
I love a cottage, and then you just go on a canal boat on the weekends and you get drunk.
No, you're allowed to get drunk sometimes.
Yeah. So that ties into that's the chair making that noise. Reality TV in general. What do you think about it? Do you think it's toxic? Do you think it's good? I love it for a bit of drama, personally, every now and then. But yeah, overall it is toxic, I think, and especially for young kids watching it, like certain dating shows. But I do love the drama sometimes, I can't lie, because...
we complain about it, but we can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
I think for us, though, and because we're quite emotionally healthy, in a lot of ways, I mean, we've got our shit, don't get me wrong, we're still healing and going through stuff. But, I mean, in the sense of we've been through certain relationship issues and generally learn from them, we can, like, we spot it and we're like, oh, God, no, and we don't get caught up in believing, like, the narcissistic shit and feeling sorry for... You know, the ones that will more be shouting at the TV. Like, yeah, we'll only get mad at them and stuff. So I think if you can be aware. But, you know, people are easily led and stuff sometimes as well. And I was saying before about how they try to sort of gaslight the viewers with music and stuff. Yes. So, like, they'll change the music.
And it can lead the viewer.
Yeah, it can lead you into believing that it's a happy moment, but it really isn't. Or it's a really sad or angry moment, whatever. You know, different emotions. And you... Don't get me wrong, in the moment you're like, oh, the music, and you do get caught up in it. But then we're like, fuck off, that's not happy. You know, like certain things we've seen where it's like, I can't even think of an example.
They showed us that in media, in I think school, they showed us the same video.
With different music.
One with happy music, and it told a completely different story than when they put the like scary music on the background, because it was like a guy walking up the stairs bringing flowers, the flowers fell, and then he just picked them up, and then his wife turned around. But if it's happy music, it looks like, oh, I just picked it up and I'm dropping it, bringing it home. The scary music, it's like a killer's just broken in and she's like, who's this man? So music can...
it's so powerful.
It can be leading for the
viewer. I love it in a lot of ways, don't get me wrong. I love like the way you've explained it.
Thankfully, we can see past that, because a lot of the time they'll put this inspiring music over the most toxic stuff on my life.
Yeah, but like, we know that's not a good moment. We can see they're not happy. But it's like... or something.
Well, it's also sad for the viewers who haven't got the experience we do, and they can't see through that. Because
they kind of gaslight you and make you, as a viewer, they think we're dumb, let's be honest. They do treat us like really dumb.
And it's only in recent years on things like Married at First Sight that we noticed they started calling out toxic behaviours, because before
I've been enjoying that,
they'd
actually.
sweep over it and we were like,
yeah, the experts.
as if we couldn't see it as viewers,
they just wouldn't be calling them out when they have their not interviews. The ceremonies. Yeah. And they'd just be like, someone would be like, ask them about what he did or whatever, and they're just like, oh, you guys are really happy we'd be screaming. But now they do really go in on them, and I actually do appreciate that, I'll be honest.
The commitment ceremony is when all the couples that the experts have put together, say there's like 10 of them, come together in a room. Get together in a room. They get together in a room. All the couples get together in a room, and the experts are on one couch, and then there's a couch in front of them. So they call up one couple at a time to discuss where their relationship is up to, what advice they can give them, but they'll also call out any behaviour that's destroying the relationship, just in case you're hearing commitment ceremony, you're like, huh?
Yeah, I did briefly explain it before, but not in the best way that Lizzy just did, so...
Memory. But it's fun to watch. Give it a try if you're mentally stable enough to handle it.
And I will say, yeah, please take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah,
Jesus.
bloody hell. Take it as, what's the word, entertainment mostly.
Yeah,
value.
They do exaggerate a lot. We've seen interviews of cast members after a lot of the shows, like Love is Blind, etc., and they say, oh, they made us do this, and
yeah,
and they edited it a certain way to make people... I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know this. We're not treating you like you dumb. We're just putting it out there in case...
They call it the villain edit, that's what they call it now.
Yeah, we're just putting it out there in case people aren't aware, or just because it bothers us and we want to kind of make that clear. I was going to say, because I know that what our next topic is, but before we go into it, about the apartments and how gorgeous they are in this season. Yeah. The building's stunning. I'm like really into like architecture and like.
Yep.
I watch a lot of like Buying Beverly Hills and all these gorgeous houses. I love looking at the houses and the buildings. Anyway, it's so beautiful inside. You can add your own little personality to it. I can't stop saying it. I can't say personality.
Yeah, it's like when a lot of the times when you're a girl, a lot of guys play it too, but when you're younger and you play The Sims, and I still play it. But my disc is broken.
Oh,
it's got like a scratch and it's not working. But just sitting there for hours decorating your house.
Literally making the house, and that's it. Yeah. Nothing else, no game. Well, that is the game.
And I've been watching videos with my daughter on Roblox. There's a YouTuber called True Reese's, and he makes up Roblox houses, but he has a lot of Robux, so he makes mansions. And I just sit there and watch him. I thought it was going to be boring, like she's forcing me to watch him. I was like, oh, and now I'm like, should we watch some more? Because he's a really good designer. I really love
it's like those little reels on Instagram that I send you of those two sisters.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They do like a spinny wheel. Oh, like what do you call it?
Like a decision wheel.
Yeah,
but
like
it's got a different name.
I can't remember the name, but they spin it and then they have to do like whatever it says on the, the choices, and then they have to design the room with that.
If you know what a decision wheel's really called, please let us know, because I don't know.
That is not it.
That is not it. That's not it.
But yeah, that's fun to watch as well, because they just have to kind of use. But they're so good at it, aren't they?
I love especially when people use hacks, like the use of that's not meant for.
Yeah,
what
and then they like make it smaller or whatever.
That's what I love.
Yeah,
I
oh my
love
god, so much fun.
That True Reese's guy does that a lot with things. He makes something into something else. I love that ingenuity. Original.
Oh yeah, talking of that, it's like this. What our next sort of segment is going to be. It's like, we're going to talk sort of interior design and stuff, and things that are our icks and the things that we like,
do's and don'ts.
Yeah, obviously just our opinions. Yes.
What I wanted to discuss passionately against, not for you older people, I'll allow you, is that council estate wallpaper. I think
we'll put a photo.
Add a photo here
somewhere.
It's like those flowers. A lot of the time it's like a cream or vanilla background with like a brown or a red or a blue flowers all over in a certain pattern, and everybody had it, and it was fine back then, but now it's way outdated. And if people put it up now, not if you've already had it there and you can't afford to change it, I don't care. If you put it up,
we're just what we like.
If you decide to put it up now, You can get out of my house.
Even though it's not in their house.
Get out of your own house and let me decorate for you. Oh, I despise it. It's my number one.
My number one is the bling stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Oh
my
my
number
gosh.
one is 100% all the glitter and the bling and the
grey and the silver.
crushed velvet. Oh.
The grey and the
grey
silver.
houses, beige houses, grey and silver. I just glitter everywhere. And you know what? We're not hating on people who like it. It's your thing.
Plus, it was a thing once. Well, now it's been done to death, and it's not a thing. And it's just, I just hate it.
Mrs. Hinch house is gorgeous, but it's just basic, and everyone's copying it, and it's just.
And now it's coming to an end.
We love Mrs. Hinch. Still. But you know, I prefer to be able to. I like houses that are really quirky and maximalist. I'm a massive maximalist. Express them when you can express your personality.
I love it when you can walk into someone's house and you can feel that it's
what
home.
they
Their personality comes through the walls
and
everything.
the warmth and
quirkiness. I love.
Well, we're not like, just to clarify one more time. People do what you want to do. Like, there's no hate. It's just literally our things that we're just like.
If you don't do what we like, then I hate you. Joke.
Oh god.
Okay, so.
But yes, that's definitely greys, but the blingy stuff, all that blingy stuff. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Extremely outdated.
Half decorated everywhere, like really badly half. And we don't mean people are just working on it and stuff. But like, you know, just
ripped off wallpaper, and it's been like that for years because we had that vibe going on in our
We know
house.
when people struggle, and we know there's cosy-lips.
I think because I grew up with that so much, like a struggle house, like a struggle.
I don't want to be mean.
It just makes you feel a bit depressed, especially when it's been like that consistently for years. Like I think ours was like that for like 20+ years.
Yeah. Like, have a bit of pride in your home. That, like, even if you're poor,
with what you can do affordably.
Yeah, you know, sorry, not poor. I don't mean something.
I think things are more affordable.
But even if you're struggling, they just look. Have a bit of pride in your home. It makes you feel better. Your space is so important where you are at home. Like,
just make sure it's clean.
Yeah, clean and just, you know, like
organised. If it's not got like. It's not
I don't want to sound dead judgy.
No, but if it's not decorated to the nines or whatever.
I don't mean it like that. Yeah.
If it's clean and organised, I'm gonna respect it. Basically, yeah.
It's just when people just don't give a shit and they've got no respect for their own home. Yeah, it just makes me sad, to be honest, more than anything.
I know a lot of it's to do with mental health.
Yeah, we don't mean that. Like we don't mean we don't mean those kind of circumstances.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think we just.
I'm panicking now. I don't want to offend
people. I think my love of interior design and fashion. House fashion? What the hell?
House fashion!
House fashion.
That's a new one. Hashtag house fashion.
Making my house look nice is come from a place where I grew up just so poor and struggling, and everything was kind of depressing to be around. So now I've gone the opposite way, and I panic too much about it, making everything really presentable for my daughter, because I don't want to. Oh, my mum did the best she did, please.
I know, no hate to anyone who's struggling. Please make sure you know that.
I don't want you to think.
We don't mean that. Oh God. Anyway, we know you don't.
Let's stray away from this now.
Yeah. But no, let's talk about things we enjoy doing in our homes, in the sense of how we like to decorate and things that we really love.
I'm loving a sage green at the moment.
Always. That's in my living room.
Loving.
It's so calming.
I've just started painting my bedroom. I think it's actually an olive green, but it looks like when you paint it, it's like
Is it a bit darker?
Yeah, it's a bit more sage, I would say.
Ooh, I like
it was navy and white before, but I'd realised that I'd pulled that over from my old flat into
I
this
thought you might have wanted to do a fresh
and it just felt a bit like, I'm trying to reproduce it, it's not working. So I just felt like I didn't even want to be in my room. So I was like, that's it, I'm starting new. And I want to do a sage green. You can say it's played out and everyone does it at the moment, but I don't care, okay?
Yeah, because you can put your own stamp on it, can't you? I love colouring homes. I love when people express themselves through colour, and I would show you around my room, but because this is where we're filming right now. But if we move the camera, it's probably going to mess up the whole thing.
We can take some pictures later, and then I can hopefully add them.
Oh yeah, we can try that. Yeah, so I'd love to show you a little bit. My room's not completely finished, but it's definitely got a lot of personality in here, and yeah. I get a lot of compliments for it.
Yes, I love this room. It's like purple. There's some dark like there's like purple statement walls, quite a jewel toned purple. Not this.
This is just a lot of backdrop.
And then there's some white walls, but there's a gallery wall of like the Walking Dead photo opportunities with people on one of the walls, and then like some like fan art from the Walking Dead again, and convention art, Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of moon celestial kind of accessories and crystals, plants and jewellery and a skincare table, and it's all organised very well, and it's got like a really cool vibe.
I am proud of it though. It's not. It feels good.
Flowers as well.
Yeah, it feels good to say I'm proud of, because it's your sanctuary, isn't it?
There's personality in it.
Yeah, it's your sanctuary. You've got to feel like calm in your own room.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. With as much as I love the navy, but I feel like that's a great thing to do, to start. Yeah, to start fresh within your bedroom.
And this is definitely not a copy and pasted room in any way. Oh, Funko
Pops at the top
as
there.
well. Funko Pop.
Yeah, we'll try and get a few pictures and add them or something, if you even care.
Yeah. I've got some Funko Pops in my living room. I'm trying to do more of a nerd living room. She takes them out of the box.
Takes them out of the box. That kills me.
But I'm trying to have a lot of Star Wars going on there, Lord of the Rings. And I took inspiration from Ross from Friends, his apartment, because I've always wanted that kind of vibe in that room. So yeah, got some dragonflies and butterflies going on in there, and
that's
like
beautiful.
The burgundy-ish red.
Can I just say she's barely been in this place for, what is it?
5 months.
Not even 6 months, I was going to say, yeah. And she's done so much in there already. And it's just nice because she's just, you know, again, money-wise, it's, you know, it's a struggle at times. Don't get shy now. But yeah, you just work out, don't you? And it feels good. It's something that you enjoy to do. So it brings you happiness.
Rachel's quite fast with decorating as well, within days of, like, paint.
True, I did like move to the house in a week.
Yeah.
Like only because it was empty when I got the keys.
You want to get it paint all the base things.
Yeah.
And
obviously,
then move the other stuff in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it gets hard.
Yeah,
with
when
the big furniture in the way, it gets hard.
Yeah, your house is always something you're working on, and we know that, and it's you know. But I just think it's nice to have pride in your home and to just express yourself. I think I love that when people just really express themselves, and I don't know.
And then when it gets to summer, spring, and it's warmer is when we get more focused on the gardens. In winter, it gets a bit left behind.
I've been here, is it 2 years now? Just over 2 years.
Yeah.
My God, my back garden was a nightmare when I moved in. Really bad, when it brambles and all sorts of crazy stuff. So I'm working on it. It's getting there. It is getting a lot better. It's just taking, and unless you've got loads of money again to spend hundreds of pounds to get gardeners in to dig it, it needs like the soil turning or whatever you call it.
And some of you again might be like, why don't you do it yourself?
It's really
we have chronic illnesses.
Yeah.
It is not possible.
And certain things you need special machines for anyway, genuinely. To like do this thing with the soil, to like level it all out.
Oh, that's an old word.
To like level it all out and stuff. I'm not, I'm not an expert on that stuff, but I've asked for quotes and it's just been ridiculous. I just couldn't afford it because you have to pay it all in one go with things like that as well.
So what did they do?
Clear pay.
I
know, I'd be like, girl, I'd be buzzing.
Do me a patio.
I want a shed, but a shed costs hundreds to get it, levelled out and built and everything. The shed itself's not expensive, but it's just get everything.
I know, and I'm lucky.
I really need it.
But I have one left over from the previous tenant.
Yeah, you're very lucky. So yeah, I'd love to have a shed. I'm gonna get it eventually. It's just again progress. I've been working on the house, doing bits in the garden each year when it's a bit warmer because it's England, so we barely get that. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get a shed, and I'll get my garden. It's getting there, the garden. It's just, I don't know. It's got a gorgeous tree in it, which I love, with like ivory all growing up it and stuff. I love that tree. I know it's a massive tree and everyone goes, it takes over the garden, it's an apple tree.
I like that.
But I love it,
I remember
it looks
that
so
from
nice.
being a kid in
I
my
just love it,
garden, and we had a blossom tree.
It just gives the garden really nice character, I think.
We used to always play in the tree in my garden when we were younger.
My kids are older now, but if they were younger, I definitely would have built, well, not me personally, but I would have got like a tree house built in there or something.
For everyone getting confused about my timeline, so I went to Zimbabwe when I was 5 to when I was 8. Well, I was still a kid when I got back, so when I was 8 until I was a bit more of a teenager, I was still playing in that tree in the garden, and we lived near a cemetery. So behind us, I didn't really know what it was, but there was always workmen. I now know it was a gravestone place where they were. If I knew that, I wouldn't have probably. Basically, okay, I'm going around in circles. Me and my sister would jump over our back garden fence when Mum wasn't paying attention because the tree hid it as well. And back in the day, our parents would just let us, but you can't really do that these days.
But like run free a
bit more, you can't really do that these days. But we were pretty crazy, so we'd climb the tree, go over the fence, and then they had these pallets, which I now know were carrying the stone for the headstones that they're making. Sorry if this is so disrespectful now, because I didn't realise what it was. I just thought there was work in there. She was 8 years old,
she was a kid.
We'd pull the pallets over the fence, and like we were trying, it was really bad because we didn't know what we were doing. Tried to take them apart and make them into a tree house, but we got loads of splinters and it was all like wonky and it was really bad. But we did figure out how to make a tree swing. That was it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like a
I made
plank.
a tree as well. I made a tree. I made a tree.
Wow. You are more amazing than I thought. She can make a tree, y'all.
I made a tree swing, I went to say.
They had the ropes from where obviously held onto the pallets was the stone. Like the blue rope that, you know. Stuff! Oh. So we use that rope and the pallets to make things basically. We just like sneakily throw them over the fence, climb back over and just take them apart. I don't even know what we took them apart with. I don't know what tools we had.
Sorry, I keep itching my nose. It's hay fever season.
Hay fever season.
I apologise. But yeah, no, I used to actually love doing all that. Me and Chloe, my sister, used to go in like this little foresty bit at the park between the tennis court and the park area. It's like a little foresty bit. I don't know if you could even go in there. I don't fucking... whatever. And we used to just like build all like, you know, dens with the trees, like pull the branches and, you know, like build like dens. And one time, she's going to kill me for telling everyone this. One time there's this massive like tree in the ground, like branch in the ground, like this thick. I swear to God, and she just went and just pulled out the ground. I've never let live it down. I was like sick. Oh, I probably didn't say sick then because I was like a 10. But I don't know what I said.
I was a 10.
I was a 10-year-old. I'm always a 10. Anyway, oh God, I'll never forget it. I must have been about 10 years old. And obviously then we used it to like, you know, remember we used to build them with the bushes. Do you know what I mean? But, oh my God, she's going to kill me for telling everyone about pulling trees out of the ground.
To make one in, I think it was high school or year 6 or something.
Oh, they were so fun. I love stuff like
that. They made a willow crossover tree thing that we all had to, like a tunnel made out of those willow trees that we all had to get involved in bending the trees together.
I love all that stuff. I just wish I could do it more now. I'm not trying to be depressing or go back to the disability thing again. But yeah, it's great. It's really hard sometimes because I love so many physical things, trust me, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like I did so many things like
nature
kayaking. Yeah, I did kayaking, canoeing. We used to build rafts. Like,
I remember canoeing.
Doing all that. Oh God, we sunk the kayak once. So we were just being stupid. A bunch of us. We were like, got this someone's boot and filled it. It's when I used to go on these trips to school. And we got someone's boot and just filled it with water and just let it sink. And all these little pike fish were like biting at us. And I was like, we're gonna get here. And it was just so stupid. I was such a dick. But it was funny. But no, I genuinely did loads of things like fun stuff, like building rafts, you know, like raft building and all that. And like really active things. What did you say? Climbing or something?
No, I said I loved canoeing, but we did climb a lot, me and my sister.
Yeah, climbing, abseiling, just so many things.
Bikes, me and my sister.
Oh my God, yeah, I used to live on the bike.
A lot.
Especially
because at the water park at the end of our road, I will not give names because I don't want too much.
Jesus, yeah.
They have this hill that goes like this, like it's really steep. So we used to like go back up, walk all the way back up the other side, then go down the hill and go up and down. Because of like the adrenaline of going down the steep hill really fast on your bike.
Your brakes and blah.
Yeah. It was rare, but there were a few times, weirdly as we were getting older, probably because you get more worried then and you stop, where we'd go flying over a handlebars and the bike would
a lot of the
fling
stuff
round.
the fear stops you now. Like a lot, there is disabilities for me that obviously prevents me from doing things, and the same with Lizzy, I guess. But yeah, I know the fear. It's so sad. I know we need it. I know we need to be, you know, but Jesus, I wish I was a bit more fearless sometimes with things like that. Because I had so much fun.
The amount of times our bike went all the way around on the handlebars and it was just like, I'm scared it's going to whack you in the face. Because we went too fast, put the brakes on too fast and it just swings around.
I remember that.
Oh gosh.
I used to do some crazy shit. Oh my God. Anyway, we kind of went off over the tangent there, but it was fun.
Talking about that, true crime.
It's got nothing to do with it. Oh, I was going to say, how do we even segue into this next part? Oh my gosh. Well, I suppose we could talk about like, creepy ones and stuff. And then...
Well, Rachel is a big true crime lover.
Yes.
I'm a 25% out of 100 true crime lover because I get too scared and in my head about stuff.
Yes.
And I can't separate it much from real life then. I'm not very good at that. But I will watch stuff every now and then. It's just... I actually used to be a lot more into it when I was a teenager, and then I got really freaked out about everyone, so I had to stop watching.
Don't get me wrong, it adds to my anxiety. I'm not like, you know, sometimes, but it
I just
also...
thought everyone was a murderer.
It's just a massive joy to me. It sounds really weird. I know there's loads of yous out there, so don't even try and judge me. There's loads of true crime junkies, and I am one of them, high up there. So basically, we like to try and bring a little segment in, maybe each episode, if people like it. And if Lizzy can handle it. Just a little, you know, a little thing that I was wanted to talk about, like a little interesting case that I was into or whatever. So, yes, that's why we end up randomly going there.
I will say, when I redid my GCSEs and they redid... What?
Right, we're just going to cut that bit.
I went to college to retake my GCSEs, like, for a year or whatever it was. And they did this day in a room in the college where they had forensic scientists and they made a case for us to figure out, and I was really into it. Like that side of it, figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm into I'm massively into that. That's mainly one of the main reasons I'm into it. Is to understand the brain and why people do what they do.
And apparently the teacher said, the people who were leading it said to my teacher that I could go into that because they loved that the questions that I was asking. They were impressed. So I was like,
we went to a forensic scientist! I love that so much.
Curves, comedy and complicated conversations.
So we took a little break, so welcome back. Joke.
Just to add a trigger warning for anyone that's a bit sensitive around murder cases and stories, just you might want to skip ahead. I'm guessing 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can forward this part.
Okay, thank you. So yes, the case I wanted to talk about this time is an unsolved case, and it's the Black Dahlia case, which I'm sure a lot of you would have heard of. It's a very famous case. It's just something that's always fascinated me, this one. When Lizzy asked me if I wanted to do a segment, it was something that was like one of the first ones that came to mind. I'm going to do some reading off my phone just to make sure I don't get the information wrong, so I hope that's not annoying. So the Black Dahlia is about a woman called Elizabeth Short, who was 22 years old. I'm so sorry that her name's Elizabeth. Love you. And it happened on the 15th of January 1947. So basically, she was found on the street, cut in half. Completely in half at the waist by a woman and her child. The body had apparently been washed by the killer when they looked into it, and her face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth all the way to her ears, creating an effect known as the Glasgow smile. And I think the reason behind that is because in Glasgow there used to be a gang that used to do that to people that had wronged them. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the information I found. So it's got the name Glasgow Smile, like, you know, what they do to people.
So it wasn't in Glasgow, the case, it's just, that's
where it
originated
from. Yeah, sorry, yeah, thank you for clearing that up. She also had several cuts on her thighs and breast, and there was entire portions of flesh removed and sliced away.
So her body was cut in half, but they were both there.
There together, yeah. She'd also been completely drained of blood, which is just
scary.
What the hell? I mean, it genuinely gives me chills reading it. It's just fascinating to think what the hell goes through someone's mind to do something like that and just leave her on the side of the street. Because they mentioned she was found by a woman and her child, like literally, and they said she looked so pale that at first they thought it was a mannequin, like they couldn't even tell it was a human being because it was like, you know, obviously I guess she would have been pretty stiff at that point. Sorry.
Is that rigor mortis?
Yes, that's right. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I've seen that they've been trying to still solve it, and there is a couple of theories on what possibly happened.
I would like to clarify for you people who think weird about people who are into true crime, right? Like people who are into it do not love murders
No,
or
no.
love murderers. Love to understand why do these people do things, because it's just so messed up.
Yes.
How could you put what goes on in their brains? Like, it's more about the psychology behind it all.
Oh, in fact,
It's
yeah,
not about
1000%, yeah.
being fascinated. Like, I love that people murder. Like, it's
No,
not that.
and I'm fascinated by what they do, but only because of what I know what goes through the mind to then entice
The murder
that
itself
behaviour.
is not fascinating.
No,
you know what I
of
mean?
course not, no. And obviously, it's absolutely
Not trying to
horrendous
glorify.
what happened to the victim, and it's, of course, every time it's devastating. It's just generally, I'd just love to know, like, what
The
goes...
psychology
Yeah.
behind murderers, and why they do
Yep.
stuff like that.
But yeah, I didn't want to go too much into loads of detail, even though that's pretty raw. I just wanted to quickly mention a couple of theories of possible suspects, because as I say, it's still unsolved. So I'll start with the one that
Wait, when was it? How long
so this was in 1947.
Still unsolved.
So as far as I'm aware, I did have a quick little research before we came on, and it said they were still trying to look into it, but as far as I can tell, there's no definite...
now?
Yeah,
In
still...
2020.
Yeah, 2024, still trying to figure it out, because it's a massive case in the true crime world. Like, there's a lot more details to it. Look it up if you
Is there a reason
interested.
it's called the Black Dahlia?
I know it's because she had black hair, short black hair, and she was like an actress and very beautiful.
Okay, so she's the
So
Black Dahlia.
they class her as the Black Dahlia. That's
Okay.
what they've named her. I maybe should have got a bit more information about that, but I didn't want to get too, get too carried away. But yeah, please look it up if you want, because it is a really interesting case. Yeah, if you're interested, not like, I do. Okay. So yeah, theories of suspects. I wanted to start off with the one that I believe is the lesser suspect. Yeah.
Least suspected.
Least, like the one I believe.
Least likely to
the
be
one I
the main
yeah,
suspect.
the one I don't really believe is the story. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, so the suspects, one of the theories is someone called Leslie Dillon and Jeff Connors, and supposedly they were sent to kill her by a Los Angeles nightclub owner named Mark Hansen. And when I looked it up, all it said is the reason why was because she threatened to reveal an affair that was not considered proper by the average person. I couldn't get loads of information on that because, again, I didn't want to make it too long, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like that would be a great... I mean, the only reason they even put that together was because they said that I think someone who had some of her information about the murder was involved with Mark Hansen, the nightclub owner, and he knew information about it that like the public wasn't aware of. Mm-hmm. So that was a bit complicated.
How do you know that?
Yeah, so there's something there, but I don't fully believe he's the one who did it or involved, but what do I know? Well, the other one, I'm leaning more towards, because when I get into it, you'll probably, it makes more sense to me. So yeah, the other one I'll get into, and if you might agree with me, it just seems more, the other one seems more likely, in my opinion. When I get into it, you'll probably agree, you might not, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, so the other one is the other theory. Dr. George Hodel used his medical experience to kill and dissect her and left her for dead. Then also other people believed he'd killed others and let them decompose in his basement, because when it was close by to his house when they found her. A lot of women back in those days used to go to like underground doctors, like abortions and stuff like that. So they think it's a possibility she was pregnant and had gone there, and then he puts them on. He puts them under with sort of chloroform, is it? Oh God, I should have looked into it a bit more. But anyway, he puts them under, and then he does just pretty much whatever he wants to do to them, and then just like kind of dumps the bodies afterwards. There is like a show, American Horror Story, that has sort of a story based on the Black Dahlia with a doctor that does those kind of things, and they use it as an example. So I don't know, that's just their version once again, but I don't know, it just feels like that fits better. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just fits better with like the body pieces being missing and the blood being drained. I just can't imagine that would be done by a couple of hitmen from a nightclub. Yeah,
it's very specific.
It seems more like a medical procedure type thing. Anyway, I just find it really fascinating what happened to her, and it's obviously absolutely devastating. Really sad. She was a beautiful young girl trying to become an actress in Los Angeles, and unfortunately this horrendous thing happened to her. But I mostly just wanted to talk about it again because to get it out there, and I don't know, hopefully one day we can get it solved, because they are still looking into it. But for me, I'd say that Dr. Hodel was a pretty close possibility.
Sounds like it.
But yes, I don't know, I find it really interesting to know. And yeah, like I said, just to understand why he was doing these things. But it kind of makes sense that he would want to experiment and stuff. Not that it's okay, obviously it's completely wrong, but
just trying to understand why. Because as well, if there aren't people trying to understand these things, there's more of a likelihood of them to just go ahead unnoticed because nobody's looking into them, pardon me, no one's trying to solve them. If there's no intelligent person trying to get in the mind of all these people doing this fucked up stuff, you can't prevent them if you don't understand them.
Well, yeah, it's like the BAU, the Behavioural Analysis Unit in the FBI. It's a massive part of Criminal Minds, a show that I'm sure a lot of people have seen. And it absolutely fascinates me because they literally profile people to try to understand who they're gonna go after next, and different things like that. They save people's lives by getting into the heads of either a serial killer or, different things
also,
like that.
they could probably
it's absolutely
get
fascinating.
a lot of, I don't know this far because I don't know, but maybe get help for these people who are really messed
some
up in the
people
head.
can be rehabilitated. It's very possible on occasion, depending.
Only if you can understand them.
Yeah.
Like what I think this program like the making of a killer.
Yeah.
A lot of it seems to be
like
people from
was amazing.
really tragic upbringings, like abused a lot, and I've heard a lot of people who just seem to be that way, and they're like from a young age they're into this and that.
Yeah, there's a massive thing about nature or nurture, but from all the research I've done and all the shows I've watched, podcasts I've listened to, a lot of them say it's a mixture of the two. Like no one can really, I mean, there's a generalised thing of, the way you're brought up. Of course, a lot of people are abused or live in toxic homes or etc. A lot, not everyone. That is quite common. That can create, like a killer or someone. But again,
I'm guessing as a stereotype from more poor neighbourhoods.
Yeah, generally like poverty, abuse, neglect. I'm not saying everyone's like that, not at all.
There's rich killers out there too.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's when we're looking into the backstories and stuff like that. But again, it's a mixture of the two because a lot of people, plenty of people go through abuse and neglect and they do not turn out to be, killers or rapists, etc. So,
That's why I want to know why they
nature
do
and
this.
nurture, bit of both. Some people, for some reason, have something in the brain that's different and something can make it click or people just snap, it's just really interesting to me, and that's my main reason for being interested.
Especially because you're into psychology and...
Yeah. I've always really wanted to do a lot more into psychology. It's just been difficult to get there, but I think I'll learn a lot just from what I do now, to be honest. I know what do you call it? Educated guesses. Like you have just build up a lot of information and knowledge from doing different things. So yeah, that's the Black Dahlia case and the reason behind my little true crime obsession. I do find it interesting, fascinating, like I said. If you'd like to see more of those, let me know. If not, let us know also. We'll just take that out, don't worry. I won't be offended. It just shows a bit of really a massive part of who I am, to be honest. It brings a bit of my little dark side into it. That's why we did the black and the white today. Also, because we were trying to show a little difference in our personalities in ways as well.
Yeah.
Just for a bit of fun. But yeah. That's that. I don't want to go on about it too long. But yeah.
So I think our last thing we want to talk about was makeup and hair and stuff like that.
Weird.
Well, where my big thing with hair comes in, I used to do hair after I left school. I did hairdressing, but even before that I was always doing weird hairstyles in school, and hair's been a big thing for me. I don't know, I have a really weird thing about letting my hair down, just having it down. I'd love to, but I get really hot and like it just sticks to my face or sticks to my neck. That's part of chronic fatigue syndrome as well. It's called body temperature dysregulation, sorry.
It's not regulated.
Body temperature dysregulated. But
I also suffer with that, but not to the extent of Lizzy.
But it's also like a sensory thing I figured out. I don't like just having my hair there.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
when I do, I always have had this weird thing that I do. I twist my hair and I kind of put it in my ear. I don't know if that's like a stim or an
It's definitely
ADHD
stimming,
thing.
yeah. I'd say so, yeah.
I've always done that since I was little, especially if I'm tired or stressed. But I'm more likely to do that if my hair's down, but also it's just there, and the wind, it just irritates me, so I need it to feel controlled.
Like a slick back. You don't feel like a slick back look with whatever she does.
I want it to be out of the way.
It suits you though. I personally, I think it does really suit you as well. Personally, for me, I prefer a bit of a sort of a messier look. I think it just suits me better, just personally. I'm more comfortable with it as well. And two, I'm not that great at hair. It's just not my thing. I try to, I just can't do it. So Lizzy always makes me look beautiful with like, when I have my hair curled and stuff, that's her. But yeah, I prefer a bit of a messier look me anyway, it's just kind of my thing. So have a bit more of a, what do you call it? You might know, like a...
Natural, I don't know.
Stuff.
The one naturally, less styled.
Yeah, less styled, whatever you want to call it. It depends on what it is. Like today I've done it a little bit neater, but it's still a bit, you know.
Still in a style.
Yeah.
I like styling is my thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've cut people's hair over the years and styled their
My
hair
brothers.
and dyed people's hair. And I like cutting beards these days. That's a good, I just like the precision of it. It's like how Edward Scissorhands probably feels with the hedges. Like,
Yeah.
you know, getting the straight lines. I did a bit of barbering, but it was during COVID, so it was shut a lot, so we didn't get to learn how to use the clippers. So that was really annoying, because that was what I was looking forward to mainly. And I haven't gone back to it yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'm happy with where I'm at with hair stuff. Meh. We've both had... Probably Rachel's had more hair colours is what I was going to say.
Oh my god, yeah, loads. Well, especially in the past year
Few
or so.
years,
Yeah. Or two. I was like, Lizzy, do some crazy shit to me. I can't really see it very much today because it's up and stuff, but I mean, it's kind of pink and purple, like, it's hard to tell.
And black underneath.
And black underneath. I've had green, I've had blue, I've had like bright pink all over. Stop it.
Yeah, the
Red
neon
for years.
green.
I had red for years. Like that was like my signature thing. I know everyone did, but whatever.
And then orangey red.
Oh yeah, I've had a ginger sort of colour. Oh yeah, the neon green. Oh my god, I've done them all, and I'm still wanting to do more.
I've had grey, I've had pink.
Yeah,
I've
you've had quite a
blue.
few actually.
Grey, pink, blue. When I was younger,
Blonde, and then you've had like dark
blonde,
brown.
yeah.
Yeah, you've had quite a few as well
I
actually.
think the grey was my favourite.
I did love that.
But I can't. No, I didn't have green. I just imagined that I had green at one point. But when I was younger, before my hair was damaged, it was quite long down to here, and I used to straighten it, and I had red underneath and then black on the other. Oh, sorry, it was like half black, half red underneath, because I thought it was like Avril Lavigne somehow. And then it was.
Oh yeah, we've all
done
done that. Yeah,
I
used to have.
17.
Yeah, I remember I used to have all the red and then black colour.
And it was pin straight.
Oh yeah,
like,
Avril
extremely
Lavigne.
straight. Yeah, definitely Avril Lavigne.
Me and my sister went to see her, I think, last year. We waited from 2020 to go see her.
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID, so we like waited 4 years. We bought the ticket. Well, my mum bought the tickets, bless her. Thank you, Mum. And we waited. Yeah, I'm sure it was 4 years until it kept getting rescheduled. But yeah, it was really good. It was great to. I love nostalgic stuff and going back and seeing like singers. Oh, JoJo.
Oh,
We went
that
to
was
see
amazing.
JoJo together with a couple of other friends. And that was so good. I just
What's
love
her
it.
most famous song?
Get out, leave right now.
It's the end of you.
I'll let her sing.
And baby, it's you.
Yeah.
Got to run nothing. And she's like,
Oh, she's
had a
so
glow
amazing. Oh, and some of her new songs are beautiful.
Yes.
She's gorgeous.
she's like, come back. And she snapped. She ate. And all those young people
Oh,
were
like stuff. And she rizzed us.
Skibbity toilet. And it was lit. Skibbity toilet is the new. I don't know.
What?
We'll get into that later.
What the fuck?
That's the generation below them.
Oh my, no.
Skibbity toilet. I don't know what it means, but they all say it. And yeah.
By the way, I know Riz is like flirting and like, I know what it is. I don't mean got Riz.
Skibbity toilet.
Stop saying that. But I just wanted to be silly because we're old. We still use cool words.
Rizzing it up. I love using like the word in the wrong context.
Just to be a dick. We are aware.
We're making it lit.
We're down with the kids. No, we're not.
We're getting rizzed.
Ruined everything.
We're getting rizzed on that stuff.
Any coolness that we had. Coolness. Anything that we had that was cool about us is all gone from that.
Skibbity toilet.
Stop saying She knows I'm getting really mad when I start squeaking.
Wait, do this after 3 together. 3, 2, 1. I don't even know why. I'm so allowed to do it.
We always get somewhere in there.
Oh my gosh, I'm going red.
Her makeup, let's try and get into that.
Oh gosh.
I was just thinking we need to get the thumbnail photo on you. And we're just like going to fuck up all before we get there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're so weird. I love it. I love the weirdness. Does anyone else love the weirdness? Tell me yes or no.
Don't lie.
If you say no, then you're lying.
Get out! Right now. So yeah, no, you and me.
Well, actually, I just wouldn't mind talking a little bit just while we're on it. About nostalgic stuff. Just like singers and that. Have you got anyone else?
Singers and that.
She takes the piss out, I would say, on that. Been saying it before she was born, joke. She's older than me.
It was a twinkle in your mother's eye.
She's older than me though. But yeah, she's gone down anytime I say it. Like my fucking daughter taking the piss out of me. Oh, cool.
Rachel's got a lot better and a lot more into makeup, like a lot more, like whoa. And then I'm like down here like.
Yeah, because you like more of a natural look, don't you? But you did some really cool graphic eyeliner look the other week.
I tried.
I loved it.
I thought it was rubbish, to be honest.
I loved it. I think you did well.
Thank you.
And we all start somewhere. I'm not even nowhere near expert level. I've definitely improved, and I can say that. I just enjoy really having fun with it though. Like some people do things in a very particular way. I'm sure like professional makeup artists, all that. That's fine. And I like to get tips and tricks, but I'm a bit lazy when it comes to it because some people can spend so many hours. So sometimes I'll just kind of skip it a bit, but it still works out alright. The way it's might not be the way they've done it, but I'm happy with it, and that's the main thing. Like Bailey Sorin says, it's just wake up. It's just makeup. It washes off, so just have fun with it.
It's just wake up and makeup.
Wake up and makeup yourself. Don't know why I keep doing this today. What is going on? I'm scared of myself.
Basically, my big, I think, thing is highlighter. You can see the shine. I love.
She shines. Oh my gosh. She shines bright like a diamond.
If you don't know what that is, if you're a dude and you're like, what the fuck's that? And the chair's squeaking.
Can you stop jumping out of the chair?
It's like this shiny thing that you put in certain parts of your face to shine. I love that.
I think it's pretty obvious what highlight is.
Well, dudes and makeup, you'll ask them mascara and they'll be like, pull on your lips.
Jesus.
Yeah, Ross certain X is what they think certain makeup is.
Oh,
I've been laughing my head off at certain things. It is a good one. Don't tell them any of them. Say which one's a mascara.
That's
He's
fun.
like, is that the one that's...
But yeah, I love doing the fun eyeshadow looks. I do wear a bit heavier makeup than Lizzy. That's just what my preference is, and also skin issues sometimes. Anyway, it's not that bad anymore, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I like her, and I like doing all different fun lipsticks and stuff.
And eye looks.
Oh yeah, eye looks. I think I said eyeshadow. I don't know anymore.
I think that's your biggest focus at the moment is
definitely.
eye.
Yeah, definitely. It's the main thing for me is what I'm really into. I like my skin to look good, and I am trying to try different products out for my skin so it's full coverage but not heavy. I think I'm doing better with that also. So, because that takes time, especially because when I was a kid, basically I had acne and it was quite severe. Excuse me, I'm talking about something serious. But yeah, it's just over the years trying to get used to my skin changing, and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to go into it anymore. I feel awkward. Love you.
Don't feel awkward. Share it for the other people that have been through it too.
Yes, basically I had quite severe acne when I was a teenager. And then I have scars and stuff now, which I'm not as bothered about. It can still flare up at times, but it's mostly, I'd say, would you say it's all better overall? I have moments where it, it can flare up, like I say, and hormones around here, chin and neck, for me, I'd say, are the worst these days. But I, like Lizzie mentioned earlier about my skincare and stuff, I've been trying my best to keep up with some skincare and, like I say, wear lighter but more full coverage still, makeup and stuff like that. Because as everybody did when we were little, not little, but fucking pile on with like Dream Matte Mousse and all that.
We experimented.
Dream Matte Mousse, you used to layer it on, didn't you, regardless of your skin type or whatever, skin texture, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, so you learn better about those kind of things. I like a bit of bronzer and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah,
I just changed my makeup around my hair colour because it really changes or can wash you out if you're wearing the wrong makeup, I feel, for your hair colour and what you're wearing, like what colour you're wearing.
Yeah.
As well, it makes a difference. Like if I'm wearing a bright green neon thing with I don't know, a pink, it can work. I just mean the certain things.
It just
that
depends
just
what
don't
clashes
go
and
together.
doesn't. Because like sometimes I've been scared to like throw a couple of bright looks together, like a bright lip or a bright. It can work, like it can. And if you want it to work, if you want to wear it, it makes you happy. Fuck it anyway. By the way, but I know what you mean.
I mean, some things just
generally you just need
on
to
yourself, like how you
work
think about
what you
yourself.
like. Yeah, you work. That's what I mean. What you like and what you.
Yeah.
Because I like a lot of like more like Lizzie said, more dramatic eyes, darker lips and stuff, and more sort of heavier looks, and really into that. And then Lizzie's more kind of sort of natural and sort of soft, glammy looks and stuff, which I love, by the way. Quirky queen. Quirky? Well, that works also.
Quirky queen.
Quirky.
I think my focus is always more my hair.
Yeah, and I'm more of the makeup, and then my hair kind of comes second. I mean, I look after my hair, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just like makeup, and then hair's kind of like whatever follows after.
I'm quite big on my eyebrows, though.
Oh,
I'm quite
eyebrows are
very meticulous with how I tweeze
I want mine
and
to
do them and
be
stuff.
microbladed.
That's a good idea.
I think they're 190 quid at my local place, and the woman has them done there, and they look amazing, like really natural and nice. So I think for me, that's something I'm going to try and either save up for or get people to put towards for Christmas or something. Cause oh my god, it would make me so much happier because I've ruined my eyebrows. They're drawn on now, which is probably pretty obvious. I think I do pretty well with them.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, without these, they are little tiny lines. I've ruined them from fucking them up as a teenager, which again, I'm sure loads of us did. So yeah, it would give me a massive confidence boost to have my natural eyebrow. Well, natural microbladed eyebrows. How many times can you say eyebrows?
I think another big thing for me is eyelashes. I don't really wear fake ones, but I do put like a lot of layers.
Yeah, I like my eyelashes to look really
to
sort of what they call like dramatic. I keep saying dramatic, but what else can you say?
Yeah.
I'm not massively into false eyelashes that often. I will do.
I like them, but I feel like they can get a bit annoying when they're on your face. If I'm going out, I still don't even wear them.
No,
I want to wear them
There is
more.
times where I would, but I just don't end up doing it.
Yeah, but they do make a difference when you've got them on. So I do like them. It's just sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered.
If someone's there with them and they're like, put them on all the time, like one of my friends, I'll call her T, she wears them daily, pretty much. So if she's there with them, I'm like, throw them on, girl. And I'll do it like, but for the thought of me having to add that to the rest of my makeup, I'm just like, no. But I think with some good mascara, your eyelashes look amazing anyway.
Well, my eyebrows, I put tint on them and then I put an eyebrow pencil, but otherwise they're really, really blonde and you can't see them. So also I've got a scar.
Yeah.
You can't see it on this video there.
No, you can't see it.
It's kind of ruined my eyebrows and I have to make the other one like that one. It's just like a big thing.
I think it works. It works, baby.
Thank you.
You learn how to work things with your own face as well. Like and just what you like to look like. If it's what you like, then I also just try and encourage that. But it's always great to get some tips and hacks and and kind of improvements on things. Because I know I've definitely improved from some of my eyebrows when I first started. Well, not very first maybe, but they started to get really thick and like really dark. And it was not. When I look back on old photos, I'm like. But let's be honest, if we look back on old photos of our eyebrows through the years, girls, I'm talking to you,
thin things we had on our
Just
heads.
all the different fucking levels you've had with eyebrows. Oh my god. But yeah, definitely those thin lines. Anyone's in the 30s now, ish.
You've been there.
You've been there, so don't even lie. Queens and queenettes or whatever. So yeah, nostalgia. I love that. Yeah, nostalgia makes me happy. So I was waiting to quickly, because I was determined to get that in there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I just love old music. I talk about old styles, old films. You know, like a lot from the 90s probably when I was a kid, and things were just felt happier and easier to an extent. I don't know. I just think it's a really like massive dopamine hit for me. When I listen to old songs or favourite felt like. What's some of your favourite sort of 90s films or films from when you were like a kid? Not the 90s, just like
Lion King.
Yeah.
Obviously, I said that on the last one.
One of mine's Parent Trap. I love the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan.
Me and Chloe used to literally, my sister again, we used to watch it on the video. Oh god, it makes me old. Videotape, VHS, and used to watch it, rewind it, play it again. Just like that, over and over and over and over. We were obsessed with it.
The Jungle Book, the old...
The original one.
Yes. Pocahontas. Oh my gosh, my brain.
What
Mean
about
Girls.
Land Before Time? Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
I'm going to have to tell you something really sad about that, but I might not do it this time.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, next time.
Joke you
I'm going to make people come back.
Okay, come back for this.
Come back to find out something that's going to ruin childhood. About
That
Land Before
reminds me of that
Time.
programme Dinosaurs, the Disney one.
Oh my
the programme
god.
with
the kid in the... Yeah, the kid in the big fat kid in the... Yeah. Oh my god, I can't know what it's called. Yeah, that, you know, there's so many things that come up and I forgot that they ever existed. It's mad. And then it unlocks a memory, and I love that feeling as well when it's a
Super
positive
Ted,
memory.
Danger Mouse.
Oh, Danger Mouse. I don't remember Super
Banana
Ted.
Guy. Oh, I love that.
I don't even remember that one.
I love
Remember
it.
Bananas in Pyjamas?
Yes,
oh my god.
course.
Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Man. The puppets.
Yeah.
When they were like, oh my god, on the string. Why do we feel
I do remember there was this one I don't remember. It was a cartoon of a girl who had like a magic chalk and she had glasses and a beret. And she used to draw things and they came alive or something. There's also one about
Dora? No, not Wizardora.
There was a Loch Ness Monster thing as well. There's a similar artist.
Remember the ones you used to watch in school? Did you watch them in school like that?
Yes, we used to watch Cat's Eyes in school.
What's that one now?
Those two cat puppets, but they were like kind of fun. I don't remember if they were northern or they were quite funny. The personalities, and then there was a guy who was always talking to the cats. They'd come out the back of a bunch of flats, and then was it about science? I don't remember.
I remember a weird one. Oh, I don't even want to explain. I'm going to look it up and then come back to you. But I just, that's the whole thing that we can maybe talk about some of the weird things in school. From back. Oh yeah, that's a good one actually. Write that down, Chuck. You know, like things that we used to do in school and stuff when we were kids. Because I bet it's changed loads now. Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into that next time maybe. I can't remember now. But yeah, I just love nostalgic stuff. Tell me if you do as well. Because does it bring you joy or does it make you just like want to die? I don't know. Joking.
Art Attack.
Oh yeah, the talking head thing.
Yeah, he scared me.
Yeah, too.
Miles
I said yeah too, and I made too.
Zap is one that divides many people because they found it really creepy or they liked it.
I liked it and it was creepy.
I realised why they don't talk. It was actually made originally for deaf children who, because it has no dialogue.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out recently. I was like, I thought that makes sense now. Oh my god! Ben's watch. Is it Bernard's watch? Bernard's watch. Ben's watch. Bernard's watch.
Oh, that was sick. And
oh my gosh.
The Queen's Nose.
Yes, the Queen's
Nose. They were so good.
Iconic.
You know, I still want Bernard's watch.
I think about it daily, literally. It could solve so many of my life's problems.
Oh my god, yeah. Even though, from a lot of films I've watched, it sounds really stupid, like Messing with Time.
I was talking to my sister about that the other day. Someone came to warn him, like, the amount of time when it was added up. Yeah. How his life, there was one episode that was pretty deep.
Oh, I've not
how
seen
his
that
life
one.
would be if he kept messing too much with time,
right,
and how it would, you know, which kind of way. I thought that was really interesting.
That's well good, I didn't know that.
Like the butterfly effect kind of
thing.
Oh,
that film.
I've not seen that, but I mean,
as
a theory.
Yeah, well, no, it's a theory, of course, yeah. It's just because it might triggered the memory of that film. Jesus, that film is deep. But yeah, the butterfly effect as a theory is absolutely, I believe in that 1,000%. Every little thing that you do.
Yes, scary.
Joke. No, it does. It changes. Everything you do changes the next thing.
There's a film called Sliding Doors based around that as well, with Gwyneth Paltrow. One is where she misses the train, and one like the doors closed.
I've not seen it, but you've told me about it.
One is where she jumps on the train and how different her life will be.
That is so interesting.
That's
to
a
me.
good one.
That is so cool.
Completely changes her life.
What do you guys think about time travel, and do you think that the butterfly effect is real? Let us know. Because I do. Do you?
Well, I just think I know of it as a theory, meaning one small decision. Like if I
Changes
had a
all.
drink today and then I go out and then I meet someone and I bumped into them because I'm drunk or whatever, I don't know. Or if I didn't have a drink that day, I would have stayed at home and never met that person.
Yeah, so everything has an effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every little decision you make changes the course of your life. Yeah, so I definitely agree.
But I try not to think about it too much because then I don't want to think too much about every decision I make because I
And then
am
you
that
think,
kind of
what's gonna
thinker.
happen next? Yeah. It is hard to find a balance. Yeah. I can't help it though, like, as you can tell with probably about a lot of the conversations we've had, we do really like getting into a lot of in-depth subjects and stuff, but then it can be hard.
But we also think at this point, if something is for you, you can't miss it. Basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So as well as every decision making the next thing happen, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm massively at a point in my life now where anything that's for you is going to be for you. You can't change that. Like, in a positive way, like you can't miss it. I believe in like divine timing, as I think we've possibly mentioned before. And I just think that whatever's you're meant to go through and want to experience is going to happen for you.
I think if you're doing the right things, because if you're a
you're putting in some work,
narcissistic, nasty person and you're making all the wrong decisions, I don't think what's meant for you is going to come until you sort yourself out. That's what I believe.
Well, yeah, no, of course.
If you're doing everything you know to be right, you make mistakes and you make bad decisions. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you're going out of your way to be a nasty person, and I don't think
that things are going to happen to you. No, definitely. I think if you're healing, you're putting the work in, you're putting, like, you're praying or you're putting in your manifestation and, believing in better things for yourself.
You're on the right path, basically.
And you're in the right path of, making the best choices you can. Then, I do believe that life will reward you for that, in that sense.
But I'm also not talking about if you're in a bad place, you're depressed, you're making some bad decisions. I'm not saying you're going to miss out on your life. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more of really nasty people who are going out there trying to destroy other people's lives and don't have any sense of repercussions, and they don't care. I'm more talking about those
I guess it's like karma, what we're saying, in a sense, isn't it? So if you're putting out negative energy, you're going to get bad karma in return. If you're going out of your way to be a bad, negative person. But if you're going out of your way to be positive and be happier and try.
And I know some of us can do bad things out of hurt and trauma, so I'm not really talking to you people either. I mean, just you nasty people who are just being nasty for no reason.
Nasty people.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, this episode is coming to a close. And I'm getting really hot now.
I'm boiling.
But thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Deuces.
Curves, comedy, and complicated conversations.